Here we go. Almost time for the shoe. What's up, everyone? Hello, Mr. V. God dang, I gotta take these off. They're killing me. Ugh. I'll put them on when I have to. I did, son. It's Dana. My shit stopped. That shit stopped working. Stand by. What happened here? Oh, I see. No, you little girl. Ugh. I bought some lights in the back room there. Is everybody in? We can close the door now. Get dark up in here. And I spit all over the place. Everybody says, "Hey, Dana."
Hi.
Whoa. Excuse me. And we got big delay. For some reason, I don't know why the delay is so insane. But it is. So let me have a blast. Whoa. Slightly, Mr. Jack. Very slightly. So I got a box from Kino Lorber, the sale. So I think I've already went over what I ordered, so I'm locked in the back room. Let's check it out. So let's just I am a head and a body and arms. Yeah. I was going to use StreamYards, but it didn't see this broadcast scheduled, so I was like, well, I have to create a new one, so I just said forget it. So I don't know what's causing the delay. I mean, what's in the box? Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy candle. Yes, Mr. Jack. So, probably one of the best ones out of the box. The Night Strangler. The second TV movie with Kolchak. It's real cool. It's like a... Hard to say. I mean, it takes place in Seattle, and it has to do with the old Seattle's that's underground, apparently. But it's a decent movie. I like the first one better, but this one's is not too bad. Let me see if I can... there we go. Yeah, this computer is only using like 3% of the processor. I do have it. I did order it, and I believe I ordered it from Best Buy. I did see them after I got it at Best Buy. Usually there's only like one out on the shelf because it's so large. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean... There's probably going to be another release either in the UK or something. Definitely in the UK if it's not here. All right. I got the DVD of this, and then I think Darren said the 88 Films version might be better, but, you know. The Seven Bloody Orchids, or Blood-Stained Orchids, if you will, by Umbutta Lindsay. I don't know if it's true, but I mean, you would imagine it'd have to be true. I mean, they're going to make it up for a TV movie. I don't know. The chances of me going to Seattle are pretty low. Who knows? I actually found the sequel to this movie the other day. And it's on, I mean, just between you and me, you have to... There's some sites that you want to download, like Rare Lust is not one of them, but yeah, they do have a premium option. But this one site called My Duck Is Dead, you have to pay to get anything over 1 gig, and I just said screw it, I'm gonna get 30 days for like $12 or $15, so I did it. I mean, a lot of theories about the underground tunnels. Like they say, you know, some theories where the military built them so people can get all the bigwigs can travel from one part of the country to another and all this other stuff. But who knows? But it's called Baby Blood. Baby Blood. And it's pretty gory. It reminds me, it's a French movie, but it reminds me of like a New Zealand movie. Like, it's not as gory as Dead Alive or anything, but it's just kind of insane about the baby. This chick's baby is like urging her to kill people, or excuse me, it's been a bit since I've seen it, but it does. But the Lady Blood is the sequel to this, which I hear it is not too good, but I got tired of the curiosity killing me, so I spent a few bucks. Let's grab into the box. Woo! This is not mine. It's Dana's. I got her one for free shipping, and might as well get her Needful Things. And this is the 2-hour version, which I'm not sure if that's the original. I'll have to look into it. I know that TNT used to play like a crazy long version of it, but maybe that's the version, or I don't know. It is Baby Blood. It's like that women's match on AEW. And this one is a favorite of mine. It's one of the movies I saw. It's the last movie they showed at my local mom and pop movie theater in 1980. 3, I believe. It was on our main street. I was 13, and they said, "Are you 17?" I said, "Sure is." And I got to go see it before they shut down. I mean, why would they care? It's the last showing of the movie. What's going to happen? They turned it into it's called Cozy. It was a Cozy Theater. Now it's the Cozy Comfort. So it's like blankets and linens and shit. But it's called Revenge of the Ninja from the Canon. This is the favorite of the 3 Canon Ninja movies. And lastly, and maybe leastly, let's see here. Ooh, no! Sabata. Adios, amigos. This is an awesome... it is a spaghetti western, but it's really... really got some stuff going on in it. And it's not really a Sabata movie. It was just renamed that. It was called like Indigo Black with Yul Brynner, and it's really, really, really cool. Like they have the aristocrats are like got Mexicans, and then they let them off and they run, and then they shoot them like they're shooting at birds or clay pigeons. So that's a good one. Well, this is the real DEADPIT Radio up in here. And he was saying we need to do the Khashoggi trilogy sometime. And I would be for that. Yeah? When are you talking about your butt shots? Well, Mr. Jack, I'm going to take off my hat and I'm going to be Steve again right now. I'm going to tell you about my butt shots. Of the Big T. I took it last week, and I gotta wait till next week to take the next one. Now, have I felt any perks? Probably not really. Maybe. I'll start feeling energetic, and then a little bit later, I feel like I'm ready to go sleep. So I don't know. It might be the second shot. So. But we'll see. I'll give you another update of the butt shots on the next show. But next weekend is the screening, so I won't be on. But you never know. I won't be on with my show, but you never know what happens. So let's look. DEADPIT is a big old deal. Yeah. Bloodsport would be Killa from the poet that knows it. Well, I'm sorry about lagging. I'm a Langolier. A Lagunier. Blair Hathaway's asking about the dinosaur shirt. The pajamas is from Don't Panic. It's one of the 3 movies they released, Mexican horror movies. And at some point, me and Wes will be doing a big-ass review of all 3 of those films. Definitely look into the other 2 films, Cemetery of Terror and Grave Robbers, Grave Robbers is really, really cool. Let me get me a shot here. I mean, I did exercise, Mr. Jack. I can't even move my arms. I have went to the gym and went crazy. I got blood in my shoulders and my triceps. I was moving some serious weight. And then comes the crash that I'm not 20 years old again. And I'm 51, almost 52. And then I'll be sore as hell. Then I'm going tomorrow to do the rest of my body. And then I'll be sore for Monday and Tuesday of the week. All those movies are fun. I agree. Now, only one of them is in English, and that is the pajama movie, the Pajama Jammy Jam, Don't Panic. And just remember, if you ever get in trouble, just remember that title and say it to yourself. It is a sugar-free energy drink with super creatine, guy. And I don't drink a lot of sugar or eat a lot of sugar on a regular basis. Yes. We need to sub, guys. Yes, I will be showing the guns. Let me see if I can do a gun show real quick. Oh, you hear the pop? Crackle pop. Oh. But the boss wants me to talk about, there's a poll on the DEADPIT Patreon. What of the 5 movies listed do you want to hear a commentary from DEADPIT? Any combination of them? I'm not sure, Blair. About that. About doing it with Jay Real. I don't know. Sometimes I'm uncomfortable. I've seen Jay. I've talked to him a little bit, but I'm not, I don't know him that well. And also doing all that other stuff, getting people online and stuff, especially with the way things right now are, maybe Streamlabs would work a lot better. Where is the new Hellraiser? Maybe it's maybe it's still on the back burner for right now because of all the stuff going on. I don't know. "10-minute miles." I couldn't do 10-minute miles when I was 19, so. Well, wait a second. I actually ran 2 miles when I was in the Army. When I was 19, I ran it in like 14 minutes. So that's 7-minute miles. Can you believe it? And it takes me 7 minutes to get up to go to the bathroom. So, can't do that no more. I hate running. I really do. I almost got like 7,000 steps in today I just went to the gym and we went to Walmart. And I know I need to get 10, but that ain't happening right at the moment. So I wanted to show a couple things. And of course, you can shoot some questions and comments as much as you want. But one more alliteration of that, what we were talking about, the DEADPIT poll for movie commentaries. I mean, they got some good ones on there. I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 is in the lead. At least it was. I believe that was Judgment, wasn't it? Or Revelations? Maybe it's Hellraiser Revelations. Yeah, walking is not that. It's, definitely, my wife lost 30 pounds or more by just walking and watching her calories. Yeah, I don't do anything with a big old backpack anymore. So let's I'm gonna switch over to the cam with Firefox. Boom. Hi. That's from me in the past. So this is the DEADPIT. This is the Grindhouse Cinema Database. I used to come here a lot back in the Dizzy, but I just looking, and I did see one that really caught my eye. I don't know, is this coming out on Blu-ray? Guyana Cult of the Damned. And if it is it going to come out with the scenes of electrocution that they cut out or something? That is some crazy shit. If you hadn't seen this, it's very exploitative of the Jonestown stuff and what is it, Guam or something. And I think so you got a few more. I mean, I'm assuming this is what the UK is getting these, so they're gonna get like a Blu-ray of Martin or something. Oh, these are getting old, so this is probably in the past. But anyway, nothing. So let's look at the. Let's go look at that pole. Judy Bagwell on a pole match. Ooh, the Your Cult podcast. I did one of these. Let's look and see if it's on here. May not be. I don't know. Well, fudge-a-rippic. Maybe it's on the fans. Maybe not. Well, here's a story. This actress who was in the Mandy movie is going to play Marilyn Burns' character in the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is basically now this is the direct sequel to the first one. So it's kind of funny. All right, here we go. So here are your votes for the next fan. Ooh, he did list me. I'm honored. So these are the films that are up for running. You need to have a Patreon login, but you do not. Of course, you don't need to be a Patreon of Dead Pit to vote. So so if you are, you can definitely vote right away. If you want to sign up just create a login and then vote as well. You can do that. So City of the Living Dead. Savage Streets, which is a great one. I just watched that recently, but, The Monster Squad. Ghoulies 2, I told him, I said, you got to put a Ghoulies movie in there, baby. And Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre T, is in the lead, baby. So we got City of the Living Dead and Leatherface are coming up there. So, well, let me figure out what the hell I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. Yeah! Thank you, Mr. V. I do like the lights. I bought them, and then they got this dome over them. I guess when you're sleeping, they diffuse them. And I said, I'm sending this shit back. And I tripped, and the dome came off, and then now they're all dancing on the ceiling like I wanted them to do. And let me see if I can go back here. Chucky versus Leprechaun versus J Real. J Real's got the guns. Internet help tips. I don't know if I can do that. Let me see if I'll see my the money. Okay, I guess I'm not going to see the money. On the lag stream, if I will. All right. Voted for City of the Living Dead. Yeah. I've listened to them, the old shows running or now on a treadmill. Crimes of the Black Cat. I was going to tell you, Darren, and everyone else that on Jallow Realm's channel, they do have a really decent copy of that. Patreon reviews shows drop Dead Pit on Patreon.com on Tuesdays, dudes. Does it come with autographs? I don't know. We'll have to put that in a tier. There's actually another version of Savage Streets that came out in January. I don't know if that's the most up-to-date version of it. Well, there was a Leatherface, simply titled Leatherface, like 2015. I don't remember how bad it was, or how long ago it was, but it was about the origins of Leatherface. It was basically like Dawson's Creek with Leatherface family. It wasn't good, and it was a stupid idea. Since that new, the Texas Chainsaw came out, you could keep going making more movies, but no, theatrical movies, but they didn't do that. Right, Mr. Jack. It does not need to be explained. We don't need explanations for Michael Myers or Leatherface. I really liked it too, Mr. Jack. The 2013's Texas Chainsaw. I mean, it wasn't awesome, but it was pretty entertaining. And we got the magic button that did not open. And that would have made it awesome if that magic button had blown open. But it didn't. So we will need to keep on dreaming. I'm going to see if I can get rid of this dock. I got a dock over here that I need to get the hell out of here. I don't need a stat, guys. Right. Yeah, he's going to be old. But, let me get this damn critter chainsaw. A chainsaw made out of critters. Maybe. Right, I would love a new Friday the 13th film, and you need to make it in the vein of the Paramount films, not, of course the last one, which is made probably 11 years ago, was like 2009 or something. Maybe I'm thinking it had titties in it. I'm all about that, so I would like that, please. But, just make a goofy. Hell, make it, set it in the 90s or something, and then we can still have crazy hair and makeup and boobs and all that good stuff. One thing that was kind of strange this week is Dario Argento, the great director of the 70s, 80s, and a little bit of the 90s. He's got a new gig. He's going to be an actor in a film, and I was trying to look for it again, but I couldn't find it. It's kind of strange that they're going to have this 78-year-old guy be an actor in a film. I read somewhere it said lead actor, which I don't think. 12 years. Well, yeah. I forget it's 2021. I always think it's 2020. Right. I mean, if you wiggle around a little bit, the Friday the 13th 2029 or 2009 is, you could wiggle it in as a entry in the film franchise. Just kind of overlook a few things. But so I'm interested in seeing what that's going to be about, Dario Argento, and what kind of film it is. If it's going to be a drama or something. Oh. I want to see about the baby blob. Baby blob! Yeah. I'm pretty much in agreement with that, Mr. Jack. Darren, I don't know if he's still directing that Black Glasses movie. We'll have to wait. I mean, I'm hoping he directs something, before the bad stuff happens. Because, I mean, obviously, the older you get, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that wine keeps you young over there or something. I don't know. But definitely needs to do something. Of course, there are those Master of Horror episodes. Jennifer and the Pelts. I don't even know which one I like the better of the two. I'm thinking Jennifer just because Meatloaf was in the other one, and didn't he cut his blubber off and made a vest or something? I don't need to see that. That's just me, right? And we did have some kind of I posted about, so Code Red is got a distribution deal finally with Kino Lorber or Lomar, whatever, and they're going to release some movies in June, which I think a lot of those have been already out and they've sold them, but a lot of people didn't get them, and I don't see it. But anyway, just that some of them are really like delirium photos of Julia and all that. Let's see here. How do you feel about Scream 4? How do you feel about Scream 5 going to be, since you weren't? Oh, I was not invited. That's true. I kind of like Scream 4. I think it's better than Scream 3. So, I thought it was interesting. And it was when I went and seen it at the theater, I really had a good time with it. Scream 5, I guess you're going to have to wait and see. I mean, it's just, you never know how it's going to be. Yeah. Yeah, Darren, I agree. Sleepless there was some stuff in it that was chunky or clunky, but a lot of that stuff, especially when you're watching a dub film, feels weird and clunky. I never watched the Italian audio version, but I really, Sleepless is pretty cool. I love the music in it. That was his last decent film. What is my drink of choice? Kroger's Diet Coke Zero. I don't drink any alcoholic beverages anymore, except maybe a margarita every once in a blue moon. I had a margarita at the local Mexican restaurant that's about a mile down the road. So, that got me like loopy. They poured in the tequila, I guess. Yeah. Scream 5 has got like a 5 in the name or something. They replaced one of the letters with a 5 or something. Yeah, it's gonna be confusing. Shit, tooth grin. I thought it'd be Jaeger bombs for the DEADPIT Radio guru. He used to force Jaeger bombs on everybody. Well, yeah, I remember the shit tooth grin. I mean, you gave me one of those somewhere, probably in Indy or someplace. God, it was gross. Oh, shoot. My shoulder's killing me now. Ugh. I have never ate the worm. Thankfully, I've never drunken a whole bottle of tequila to get to the worm, and I shall not ever do that. Because when you get older, the booze makes you. If you're ever so unlucky to get a hangover, it feels like someone killed you, and it takes you days to get back on the normal. So I was like, or even more. I mean, not in the same ballpark as when you have a few beers and you just go to sleep. I just fell asleep, so I don't need no help with that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop. And over the last 3 years or so, maybe even more, I can't even remember, but it was a slowing down and then nothing for a long time. And I was like, hey, I thought it would be boring, but it is a little boring, but you know, I can deal with that. I would not drink tequila straight, but with all that other stuff they put in it, the margaritas are fantastic. I mean, it just depends. I was me and DEADPIT Radio guy. There was a convention in his area, Darkwoods, many years ago, and they gave us a goose. Donald or David Gooseland gave us like a goodie bag, and it had like a big thing of Wilford Reserve or something in it. That one was like so smooth you couldn't. It was this. So I got me a little bottle of it a while back, and it's like, this is gonna be super smooth. And I took a little drink of it. It was like harder. It was burning. It was gross. What is my favorite horror movie of all time? I don't know. I mean, that's a hard question, but Deep Red is one that's really got me when I was, and also The Beyond, which of course on VHS was like 7 Doorways to Death or something. But Deep Red was on TV really late one night after Saturday Night Live on a local channel here, and if it was edited, I didn't really see it, but it was a lot of freaking. It was crazy, and I think I was in my like 14 or 15. And I was like blown away. I was like, I didn't know anything about directors or anything like that. So I would have to say Deep Red would be my favorite horror movie. Ooh. What is my favorite DEADPIT convention story? The one, Jesus. Well, I mean, I'm not sure if it's been said. I think I said it a while back, but there was one where Tiffany Shepis was coming. They were showing a movie of hers I think it was called Dark Real. They were screening it at the convention, and we were waiting for something. I think we were waiting for the Savage Streets screening. This was the first time it was going to be on DVD, and she came out of that room. I mean, her movie wasn't even over. She didn't give a shit. She was lit to the wind, and like she grabbed a hold of individually one at a time, Wes and Aaron, and gave them some kind of kiss. And of course, Aaron weighs like $1.nothing, and she threw him around to the wall and just like threw him up against the wall or the door, and it made like a big boom. And she grabbed a hold of him, kissed him, and hell, I was waiting for my turn, but it never happened. But one of the other guys, Rick Fosselman, he's Rick of the Dead. He was on there, and she flicked his balls like this, and I was like, well, at least you got a flick. I was just sitting there. I was like, here I am. I'm single. Come and get me. But that's a interesting one. Yeah. One thing about whiskey or just alcohol, not beers, is if you drink so much of it or drink like you'll get a flush, and my ears felt like they were on fire. So I was like, I'm done. That may help there in the winter. I'm trying to find that stupid. Well, let's go to my homepage, fudge it. I know I posted this shit. Oh, shit. Damn it. Alright, whatever. Fact chasers. Move the trash. Alright, you're killing me here. Alright. Ooh. No, I don't want that. Oh, yeah. They're releasing like the Bean. And it looks like they're going to be releasing in April Werewolves on Wheels. So, you got that coming for you. Tom Savini did not make out with me. Aaron, I'm not too sure about. I was so afraid that I've heard so many horror stories about Tom Savini. I didn't want to meet him, but Dana did, and I was there, and it seemed like a pleasant thing, so it wasn't too bad. He was doing the fist bump before the Rona, Rice Rona. But I should have got that delirium photos of Gloria or whatever. They had it on sale. I think either it's on Amazon or something for like $13. But I didn't get it. Have you ever seen that? That's I think Roberto Bava might have directed that. I'm kind of foggy. So Jackson Jack has asked him whatever happened to Cody LL. I think the last time I saw him, he came to a Fright Night, and he's kind of honkered down in front of the DEADPIT table and kind of just sat there and rocking. It was very strange. And, I mean, he was pretty young. I mean, I'm not going to... But I never did that when I was 19. But, you know, I figure that he's either gotten older and smarter and he's kind of moved on with his life, or he's not. I don't know which. I thought he might have turned into that Chris Chan guy, but I'm happily that he did not. But you know, it could have been that guy, or he could have kind of grown up. You know, I don't know if he had any kind of issues or not, other than being very, very awkward, which I can definitely relate to. I'm going to move my coaster on this side. On the left side. But I'm not a big fan of the Bean. That would be crappy. If you have not seen that. And I think they're going to release... I don't know how old this is, though. I guess they're re-releasing the Forest. I did get a thing from Dark Force Entertainment that my Magdalena is coming. Magdalena possessed by the devil. This is awful. So I was hoping I'd get it today, but I did not. Well, they're pretty, back then anyway, they were pretty nice guys. Now they're, both of them are raging egoholics. So, it's hard to deal with either one of them. And apparently I'm pretty hard to deal with. That's what I hear. That comes from someone who sends me audio of them taking a piss almost every day. I have a problem, apparently. And then, what is the deal with this Lawnmower Man and Adrenaline, Fear the Rush? They've been pushing the hell out of this shit. And who the hell is clamoring for this? I mean, especially at $25, and that's on sale. And Adrenaline, Fear the Rush is 77 minutes. I'm sorry, that is not a freaking movie. That is not a freaking feature-length movie for me, and it's not worth $25 of my time and my money to give to that. Here we go. What? The Forest is released, if you will. That's one of the DEADPIT favorites. It's on $25 on, let me get back on over here. And we're going to go to the Firefox. See that? See that, everybody? You got the big ass. Look at that. Werewolf on Wheels. A TNT classic. I saw that like at 2 and 3 in the morning. And it really is, it's like a biker movie with some occultists and then at some point werewolves. And they do ride bikes, but not very well. This one is awesome. Devil's Wedding Night with the lovely Rosaba Neri, one of the three, or what is it? One of the Jallo queens, in my opinion. 3 Jallo queens with Barbara Boucher and Edward Finnick, if you will. Sleepless. I got an older the previous release. I guess it came. I don't even know if it came with slipcase, but I did. This one was on HBO all the time with Barbara Steele. Silent Scream. That's a good one if you haven't ever seen that one. It takes a little bit to get going, but you know, it was on HBO and all that shit back in the day forever. And then you got these crazy sets. I would only want this for the documentary, because Deja Vu is, oh my goodness, I don't know who would want to watch that again if you've seen it once. Haunt is pretty good. It's a decent Halloween themed film with like a little haunt, but it's all crazy. The Sect is awesome. If you haven't seen The Sect, it's I think Argento produced it and Michelle Suave directed it. Big fan of that, and Lawnmower Man and The Church, all those things. And you got another Terror Train release. Assignment Terror is fun. It's not, I wouldn't say it's top tier. I'm not looking at the comments at this moment because I can't. But Phantom of the Opera is, I got it. It's interesting because it seems like it's a Terry Gilliam movie in some ways, but in others it's definitely not. The Card Player, which is kind of really his most sterile movie to me. It doesn't have that much style to it, which I like style. I want that Argento touch. I want all the goofy stuff and entertaining stuff. Fear of the Wolfman it looks the best it's ever going to look, and it still is pretty bad, but it's still entertaining. Death Wish 3 is the bomb, and that's about all I got to say about that. So let's get back to the okay. Steve is like Bianca Jagger. No, I don't do any of that. Wow. DEADPIT Radio Guru says I got screeners for those two. Thank you. It's fucking awful. Werewolf on Wheels. I wouldn't say it's fucking awful. I'll just say it's awful. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. I know which one's Keith Richards. I don't. I want to be a Yoko, but that never happened. Darren's talking about when he first heard of Dead Pit in 2007, the Madman stuff. The Madman craziness back in the Disney. Do I still get that on? Yep. Excuse me. Let's go back to the show. There. Haunt or Hellfest? Haunt or Hellfest? Let me think. I actually going to choose Haunt. But, Hellfest almost got that because it's like $5 on Black Friday, the Blu-ray. Let me get this. I'm going to shave this shit off soon. So I would think that's... I would go Haunt. Though Hellfest is not as bad now. There was another one called like Bloodfest. And it had somebody else. It was a weirder movie, but it kind of, they were like, had their own park and had different areas with zombies and werewolves and vampires. I think it was called Bloodfest or something. I don't know. Isn't werewolves hard to see even because it's so dark? It probably. We actually went to a drive-in a few years ago and camped out, and it's up in Indiana. I think it's Shelbyville, Indiana, or something like that, and Skyline. And they had all kinds of movies that night, Russ Meyer movies and Shopping Mall before it came out on Blu-ray. I think they were just playing a digital Blu-ray of it before it came out, and then. What was the other? They did play Werewolf on Wheels, but it was like at 3 a.m. and I was asleep. But I don't know. Yeah. Well, the mustache is freaking the most annoying part. No, I'm not taking your advice, Mr. Jackson Jack. I ain't wearing all that. I tried suspenders one time, and it freaking like pulled the pants up, and then your balls are the ones getting the damage from that. And I was like, forget that. There's some dude I work with who wears suspenders because he's got a belly and he's an older guy, but forget that. It doesn't look right. I just wear a belt. As far as drive-ins thriving, I mean, some, I guess so, to a degree. They were actually I can't remember what movie, but there was an older film that was the #1 film in America one weekend. Ooh, check in with Rare Lust? I'll check in with Rare Lust if I must. Let me bring up the Rare Lust machine. Oh, winner, chicken dinner. So let me bring this up here. It's our weekly checking in, so let's go back. And I'm missing the comments right now, but, give me a break. Let me read this. Hitcher in the Dark. Boom. I'm definitely getting that because I want to see a better copy. Feast at Midnight. Nah. TV movie right all over it. Oh, no thanks. Pulse. I did not care for this. Even if it's got Joey Lawrence and his freaking brother in it. Speechless. Nah, I'm not into that. Kicking and Screaming. You got Olivia Diabo and Parker Posey. Hello. The girl from Pussycat. Maybe. She-Mob. Maybe. Oh, lordy. All-nighter with Susanna Hoffs. Man, she was hot as fire. Uh-oh, Day of the Beast. Probably get that again. It's okay, but if you haven't seen, there's a TV show from this director called 30 Coins. It was on HBO Max, and it's really good. I really hope that it comes back for a season 2. Don't know about this one. Faust 5.1. Keyhole. Ghost. I actually have a DVD. No, that's 77. Is this a documentary? Oh, no. Oh. I love the old documentaries from like Chic Son, like Search for Noah's Ark and Historical Jesus and the Lincoln Conspiracy and all these other ones. Chain Reaction. It's a German. Could it be a German gore movie? I look at that. I think it might be. Satanic Mechanic. You got Jeffrey Combs and Angus Scrimm. I remember seeing some of that, but I don't know how good it is. Say hello to yesterday. I don't think so. Short, sharp shocks. Don't know. Mark of the Vampire is a good one. It's very strange to see Bela Lugosi in this particular play. He's playing a vampire, but the chick it's playing his kind of either companion or daughter or whatever is very striking. It's a very cool movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a remake of the Lon Chaney movie that's kind of lost apparently. London at Midnight. They have like a screenshot or screen presentation of the reconstruction of the film because not hardly any of the film exists. Girl Boss Collection. If you have not seen any of these Pinky Violent movies, as you can see, there's titties everywhere. And it's like, I love these films. Love them. Diary of a Sex Crime Phantom Killer. Yes, please. Oh, shit. More of this chick. Let me see if it's... Yep. Isabella Sarli. She is... I watched a movie of hers, and it was over the top insane in the membrane. She has a really thick body, guys. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. I'm going to have to do a film festival of her movies. This one was insane. It was about all kinds of craziness. Too Good to Be True. I know that. I think I have this. Mondo Bizarro. Immaculate Erection. What? Oh my God. This is awful, guys. This is totally awful. This is against the rules, guys. Everybody, that's against the rules. No more. Full cam. Alright, let me see what I missed. Have I ever been to Trader Joe's? Yes, I believe I have, and I got a few things, but it's not close by, and I'm not going to, not to make a special trip there. Whoa! On a special episode of Blossom. They had so many special episodes. Do I have a CRT television? I actually have two or three, but large. I have in 1995. I was working at Walmart. No, I wasn't. Maybe this was 92. I don't remember. Maybe it was I think it's 95, and I was not working at Walmart then. But anyway, I got my tax money, and I bought a $500 31-inch Sanyo television, and that thing was the bomb back then. I loved it. I still have it. I'm sure it works. My dad, who passed away, he got like a 25-inch Sanyo with two speakers on the side. I have that one, and I have a kind of a weird smaller one, like 9-inch or something TV. I keep it up there. I used to have it and watch TV back here when I had cable, but since then it's just been sitting there. Darren's saying the short, sharp shocks. has The Lake from 1977. It's a slasher short played in UK cinemas. Well, I might have to check it out. Well, Jack, they did kind of remake it in that Mark of the Vampire. But yeah, Marcus. Let me get back to my screens. And time for a small break. So I got I did got drop frames. I dropped 42 frames, but it says 0%, so it's pretty low. Hottest women wrestler for right now. Sheeta. I find her incredibly hot. Boom. How about them apples? And I really love that when they brought in, they had that eliminator tournament thing where they had, Alexa Bliss is very hot. There's no doubt about it. David Arquette. Hey now. She's so short. She's so short and got the butt. Yes. But was there Maki Ito on AEW, and I saw like a little short documentary about her on YouTube before they even announced that, and it was very for Tokyo Joshi Pro. I really liked that. I did, Jackson Jack. I did look around. Partly theatrics and partly not. Toni Storm is good too. It's amazing how thick she is, but she still looks skinny-ish. She's very thick in the bottom portions. But she's pretty cool. I like Toni Storm as well. And there's a lot of Australian and British wrestlers. That one that's been growing on me is in NXT UK, that Ilsa Dawn or something. She's a redhead from like Ireland. Just kind of, yeah. She looks like a little bit like that redhead from True Blood, and then she was on Daredevil. I almost showed a movie tonight, but I changed my mind because I was looking. I didn't really look through my VHS rips. There was one movie that I found. It was a kind of a DVD rip. It was called like the German Chainsaw Massacre or something. It was like an hour long, but I didn't watch it all. I just watched like a few minutes, and it was kind of nuts, which I like. And speaking of nuts, next weekend on Vaughn Live, you can that's a website. You can go and there's plenty of great do I watch discs? I do watch my discs. I mean, I try. But sometimes you're just sitting there, and I have a lot of rips. I don't rip any movies per se, if anyone's listening. I do. All the movies I own on my hard drives are back there as well. But Mondo Cult 2 on Vaughn Live, I'll be streaming 3 movies, and it's March Madness, so I'm streaming crazy films. The first film is Ricky O, Story of Ricky, which is a gory kind of prison karate movie. It's just insanity. and stuff like that. Yeah, Von Live. There's a guy. He's on YouTube. It's called The Enrosseter, and he streams movies. Has a schedule he sends out, and it streams all these movies and TV shows every weekend, and that really got me hooked. And then there's some other people that do the same thing, and there's one person, or it could be multiple, but the one I saw, they have cameras in their house, and so they have the cameras on in their house, and I never see anybody there, but then they'll have music playing over it, and it's very strange. So it's almost like they're using Von Live as like their, not a DVR, but a viewer of their local cameras. Yes. And the special effects are very wacky and over the top for Ricky O. Well, I know at one point Uncle Bill wanted a copy of it, and I had it, so I sent him a copy of Ricky O on DVD. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Now, so that's the first movie, because I like to watch any kind of kung fu or karate movie earlier in the afternoon. The second film is a superhero film, kinda, but it's gory as hell, and it's not American. There is subtitles, and it's just insanity in the best way. The third film is a film that was thought was lost, or I guess, and then they did release it in the early days of Anchor Bay and stuff, but I don't want to give too much away on there. And it's not, I don't think it's a gore fest or anything, but it's got a lot of sensual, pretty ladies and fog and stuff, a spider maybe. So it's good. So we chat some guys on here, Chris V and then Darren. I've been there for most of them, and they talk about it. Oh, I'm sorry. We chat while we watch the film. I don't. It's just the films. You don't need to, and then you don't need to see my face. And then also you can cast it to your TV or something. Since I got my new set back here, I probably just watch them back here. Don't even have to go in yonder. Plex. I tried Plex for a long time, but I use Kodi as my media player for stuff on my hard drives. When did you stop doing Kung Fu Sundays? Asking for a friend from the DEADPIT on radio guy. I haven't stopped that. It's never stopped. It's always on. Sometimes I'll watch. It has to have martial arts in it, so the last one I watched was that new Jackie Chan movie called Vanguard, which was relatively interesting. And it definitely was action stuff. So, I mean, it had a lot of CG lions. And it had another animal. Oh, hyenas. And they looked pretty good. I mean, but, there's no mistaking a real lion and a real hyena. The hyenas look better than the lion. Because the lion, the way it moved was a little bit slow. And, obviously did not look the best. But, whatever. I love Kung Fu. Now, I used to get some Chinese food and stuff and like go out, watch the film, and either during the film or immediately after, I would pass out from all the carbs. But I try not to do that anymore because I don't need any help sleeping. But lately, I have not slept that great. I usually, especially with the time change, I need to get back on it. Have not got any dirt daubers. In fact, I have not seen a lot of dirt daubers in many years. Did you tell folks that your old podcast episodes are popping up on DEADPIT on Patreon.com? I am now, guys. I am now. I did a show called Eurocult for 3 or 4 years, perhaps, and did it by myself. Had a couple of guests every once in a while. The famous Jallo drunk episode was on there, and it's interesting. There's no lion in it. Yeah, a dog with a wig would have looked better. It looked realistic. Sensei Cinema. I did with Guts Munchers. 2 Against. Me and Dana. I should have an episode ready for tomorrow. Well, Blair, you can look at Mr. Vance and you can say, hey, he's from Kentucky and he's really creepy looking. I've heard different different uses of the words dirt dauber, but, Uncle Bill is actually, I think Wes has an Uncle Bill who is slightly mentally challenged or something, and I don't know why they called Aaron that. Probably because he is mentally challenged himself. Sweet China music. No more slapping your leg when you do a super kick. In double E. In the double E. So let me see here. Did you hear that they're going to do? They're trying to do a face-off sequel with Cage and John Travolta. I mean, the only thing that the reason I like that film so much is because of John Woo's directing and how heavy-handed that was. So I definitely, and he doesn't seem to be coming back to America to make any movies. Oh, it's Adam Wingard who's doing the Godzilla versus King Kong. One thing I just now thought of I could talk about is I just finished up the Justice League Snyder cut, and man, it took me a couple days to watch it because I didn't have enough time to watch all that. I mean, it was interesting. And some of the new footage, the way they used Jared Leto and all that, was kind of like, what? I was waiting for it, and it wasn't like... And then it was on there, and I was like, oh. And then no. So, I don't know. I mean, it definitely left the door open for more films in that universe, but I don't know. It depends on how successful this one is. I definitely don't know why they did the 133 aspect ratio. I just don't know. It just seemed ridiculous. It seemed like they cropped the image. Now, I don't know if they did that or not. I mean, I enjoyed it. And was it an improvement over the other cut? I would have to think yes, but this is so long. I mean, I guess you get more bang for your buck, but, I don't know. Uh-oh. Big dog's here. Not Roman Reigns. Brandon Lee, what are you doing? What are you doing, Bubby? Hello? I think he's deaf. Well, I mean, I hear things about a Fright Night Film Fest coming in October to the Louisville, Kentucky area, and the promoter seems to want the green and the black attack there, so we'll have to see. Yeah, I know. I know it. Yeah, I know. because Snyder moved on, and it ended on a cliffhanger. But the cliffhanger is not. It's like a little cliff. I mean, it's not like this giant. You don't. I was expecting some people to die, some of the cast to die and all that, but that didn't happen. So that was. I mean, it's okay. I know it's the IMAX ratio, but it just. I don't know. I just don't understand. I have to see. I mean, I assume that the 4K that's coming out, I think it's coming out in May, or maybe it's late April, early May, sometime in May. I don't know. I assume it's going to be the same aspect ratio because that's what he wanted, but it'd be cool if it wasn't. It would be cool if it wasn't. Right, I agree. They use some of the footage, and a lot. I mean, some you could there was definitely footage reused from from the previous version he filmed, and he used it in this one, and I don't know. Oh, okay, Mr. Jack. I mean, that's an explanation for why he did it, that because it was like comic panels, but it's all right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was fine. I watched the first episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it was. I mean, there was a beginning of it was a real action-packed scene with the Falcon flying around. I mean, that could have been in a movie, so they're definitely spending. I know they're spending tons of money on these shows, so I'm interested to see where it's going, and I'll definitely be watching the next episodes because I like those characters, and I'm interested. And they just introduced the new Captain America in the first episode. Spoiler alert! And he happens to, I think he's one of Kurt Russell's sons, because he looks pretty close to him. Close like him. And speaking of Kurt Russell, he just turned 70 recently. And then NECA is releasing a McGreedy figure from The Thing. It looks incredible. I'm definitely be getting that. And Bucky Vision. That's what you get. Everything's going to be a vision. It's Sam Vision. But that is cool figure, man. And then there's also figures out there that I was watching a YouTube video at like FYE. They had some Halloween figures with Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasance 2-pack. They're like $70 or something, and I know online they were selling for over $100. It'd be nice if they would do them. It would be doing them like a movie, because some of the stuff that they put in the TV shows are just a little bit filler-ish. So, and you could get to the story better or quicker, but I don't know. It's definitely better than nothing at this point, since we've been waiting a year for Black Widow. Hot to Trot is starring Bobcat Goldthwait. Go with Walt with is a classic. I don't know about that statement. I'm not a big comedy guy as much as I used to be. I went and seen damn Police Academy movies in the theater. I saw Police Academy 2, and it was horrible. Yeah, I don't know about that also brings up the Indiana Jones 4K movies that are coming out. I think they're like $90 or something. I saw pre-ordered on Amazon. I might be waiting on those just a little bit because I'm sure that's not going to sell out. Yeah, the car would. I mean, you imagine they don't have a freaking model of the car to put together. Shakes the Clown is better. That's a great one. Citizens on Patrol. I like Back in Training or Back in whatever the fuck that third one was. I actually saw that one, and actually there was some funny scenes in that one. But I don't know how we got on Police Academy, but that gave us Mama Firefly from Devil's Rejects. Skull fuck you to hell, buddy. Have not watched. I got that Rob Zombie trilogy set on Steelbook and I've not yet watched any of them, so I guess I'll just wait. One Crazy Summer. Dana likes that one a lot. I mean, I've seen it, but it's many years ago. Speaking fan of fish. I mean, the Fast and the Furious movies, I've seen them all, and I definitely liked when they changed everything up in Part 5 and made it like a caper and some kind of like, it's basically like Mission Impossible or something. And yeah, from then on, I mean, I like most of the ones that those came out. I got a couple of the 4K of, I think, Part 7. I don't have Part 8 yet on 4K or deep Blu-ray. Oh, I thought the beef was between The Rock and Vin Diesel. But also, speaking of something, that there's a halfway to Black Friday sale coming out at the end of the month, I think, from Vinegar Syndrome. So, got to keep my eyes peeled and see how I can get. Mr. John, I do agree that Fast and the Furious has, that's the only franchise where, it was really getting crappy and had it. I can't remember. I thought that Part 3 came out straight to video, but it may have not have. But then they did Part 4. And then Vin Diesel came back. And then it went from there. Got a lot better. Thoughts on Rob Zombie doing the monsters? Oh, God. So, is his wife going to be more, whatever the fuck? Is it going to be the wife? And Bill Moseley will be Herman? I see. I don't know. I'm more interested in that the Tim Burton Addams Family. If that's true, they're going to have like Johnny Depp, which he definitely has had a lot of history with, and then Eva Green as Morticia. Eva Green is incredibly attractive. Monsters of Salem. Dee Wallace could be in it. If Sid Haig was alive, he would definitely be Uncle Fester. You got to imagine that, right? And maybe Richard Brake will be in there. Maybe they can get that Dag Fark. If he's not too damn tall, could be Eddie Munster, but, Yeah, I like that meme of where Rob Zombie's looking for an actress, and then he's got Sherry Moons on the stage, and he goes, "I just can't believe my wife's the perfect one for the part." But her best movie, I get, Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses, but Lords of Salem was pretty good, and I mean. I can't find too much fault with her acting in that one. Maybe I'm just, Mr. Jack, I agree with that. If you ever seen it in 3D, it's amazing. And also in, that was the only thing good in that 300 sequel was her. I think she had a fight when she's topless. Boom. Dag Fart. I don't know if he acts or not anymore. I mean, I did see him in a movie. I think he was in was he in Hancock or something after that? But that was about it. I mean, I haven't seen. I mean, obviously, I don't have the filmography of Dag Fart. It's a wonder he's what's her name? Scout Taylor Compton has been at more conventions than that dude. And she's going to be at the Fright Night, apparently, here in October in Louisville, Kentucky. Have I seen the One versus the 400 Samurai? Strange you mention that, because I tried to watch that last Sunday. And at some point, it becomes a little redundant if you believe that 77 minutes of one guy fighting multiple samurai. So, yeah, I could not make it. Yeah, you got to watch the 300 sequel just for her, because she's the best part of the entire film. And that was also in 3D, but I never saw it in 3D that I can recall. But Straight Outta Compton is incorrect, and straight into conventions. Maybe she could play Lily Monster. She'll just have to, bleach her hair. Oh my! I was going to say, what did I watch last night, but I can't even remember it. Yeah. He had a hell of a growth spurt. And piercings and all kinds of shit now, I would think. Straight into rehab. Well, maybe they can get him and Edward Furlong in a 2-for-1 rehab. I wouldn't be surprised to see Edward Furlong at the Fright Night Film Fest, because that's the only way anybody can make any money when you have that kind of problems. And you really can't make money like that forever, because you just can't. Those problems become overbearing, and you just can't get your shit together for even a few hours a day. It's just the way of life. You gotta change. You gotta change stuff, man. Gotta change. Probably the blonde girl. That's a little bit. I'm a little bit too old for that one. I did watch Carlisa Springs All with Mary Joan Hart a little bit. Love Hurts. Yes. I remember when that came out. It was leaked online before even the movie came out or something. The original Rob Zombie Halloween. It came out really quickly. Someone released a version of it. I remember I had it. Right, my friend, we went and saw it because his wife got free tickets, and so it was like, cool. We can go see whatever, and whatever. And I felt so bad for them, because they're not into this kind of stuff, and definitely not into that. No one's into Rob Zombie's Halloween. Here I am sitting with his wife and stuff, and then William Forsythe's talking about fucking, skull fucking, and all kinds of stuff. And that's a bad movie. I mean, let's be honest. That's when you knew the shine was off Rob Zombie. He got a little bit, he made I get, some people don't like it as much, but Lords of Salem is at least something a little different. And also Richard Lynch was going to be in it, and he died during the making of it, so they had to redo some of the story, and then that's why Like Dee Wallace is in it, I think, and then she's not really in it a lot, I don't think. I mean, I guess, waiting for the new Halloween Kills is that's one thing. I'm hoping the more I dwell on the Halloween 2018, it's okay, but there's definitely some parts in it that could be better. Now, is it better than Rob Zombie's versions? Obviously. I don't believe that Laurie Strode would have turned into that type of character. I really don't. But, you got to do what you got. You got to take what they give you for the most part. If you don't want to watch it, you don't. But I'll be interested in seeing that. Oh, I don't know. Did it? I don't think so. Maybe he's talking about the script. John, it didn't leak, right? I look in all the familiar places online, and I didn't see anything leaked about that particular film. Nah, just the script. So that's why I don't like to read. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Oh, Halloween Kills will be leaked soon. Well, you heard it here first. It will be. That's true. And, depends, because, they could have rewrites, but they also could just be minor changes, but I don't know anything about making movies. I really don't. Have you seen my film with the pajamas? The pajamas? I made that in 2 minutes. But, that's about all I got to say about that and whatnot. So, friends, I'm going to have to check out because my butt's going numb. My light's turned out. And I'm going to go watch something before I go to sleep. Something horror related. Or maybe I'll get that Argentina chick, Isabel Server, watch some of her crazy titties movies. But anyway, I will be gone out of here. And next weekend, at least for the day, stay tuned to the Facebook for DEADPIT. And also the Discord a link is on the Facebook page as well if you want to join us for the discussions. Don't go? Don't go? Oh. Well, Chris said go. Chris said bye. I gots to go, Blair. I gots to. My wife won't talk to me if I don't stay back here all night. So, I'm going to go watch some movies and work on that Two Against podcast show. Maybe I can send it to Wes and release it. Oh, thank you, Blair. Thank Chris V for the $5. Darren, everybody, Mr. John, peace out, everybody.
A special thank you goes out to our supporters on Patreon. The Patreon website has a complete archive of the DEADPIT Radio shows starting way back in 2005, in addition to all of the midweek shows archived, commentaries, all that good stuff. If you're interested, and we appreciate all the support, go to www.patreon.com/IntoTheDeadPit. Tiers start as low as $1 per month.